welcome to this week's YouTube video. I have a special guest for you guys because I am sick and this special guest is also sick. So you can only guess who it is. Jamari Marte. Come on.
Hello. Well, I'm feeling much better.
He was the first one to get sick and then now it is me. He's still sick though. You're like coughing.
Yeah, a little
Whoa. What is it? Blowing your nose into his shoes? Today's topic is going to be an easy one that we can both talk about. I didn't want to talk about myself because I'm running out of breath. So I need someone to share breath with. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So the easy topic. How did we first meet? I know you're all wondering, how the heck did we meet? How did we even fall in love? Are we in love?
Well, let's see if I can remember with my memory. We both have okay memory. It all started when I was in this park called Cranes Roost Park in Altamont Springs, that's in Florida. And I was filming content, you know, as we're doing here, in my tripod and book bag. And I was just filming content. And she was hanging with some friends, right? Weren't you there?
Yeah, I was hanging. I'll take over now. I'll give it to you in a second. So I was hanging out with my two friends and we were sitting at this little table, like picnic table. Mind you, a bunch of people have been wanting me to go to this park called Cranes Roost Park for the longest time. And I would always tell them like, I don't know, I don't really wanna, cause I just didn't wanna go. For some reason, I did not want to go to that park. I didn't really know about that park. I knew it was like, you know, surrounded by the city kind of, and I'm more into the parks that are in the middle of nowhere. So that's why I was kind of like, no thanks. I prefer not to. Turns out it's a really nice park. So I ended up going and I was with my two friends. We were sitting at this picnic table and we were having like a little girls group. And funny enough, we were praying, we were talking about guys, right? And like, oh my God, the dating scene is terrible. Like, Jesus, these guys are crazy. At the time, I had literally given up on dating. I just, you know how you like give up and then you pick up again and you're like, oh my God, I believe in love. Because you see one couple and then you're like, I can have that. So you go back. Well, I was at the point where I was just over it. And I had a date that Sunday already scheduled with this guy that I was talking to on the Hinge dating app. And I was telling them like, oh my God, this dude's fucking nuts. Like, this isn't, I'm totally gonna cancel. Like, this is just not it. And my friend, she's an entrepreneur. She sees this guy with a backpack and she's like, oh my God, I love to connect with photographers. And, you know, networking is really important in the entrepreneur world. So she reaches out, she's like, hey, you know, are you a photographer? And what did you say?
No, I just filmed content. And then we just all started talking before I left.
Well, you all started talking. We started talking, he introduced himself.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm from North Carolina. I've been here, you know, for what, a year or two or something. And then he was asking like where we were from, and I was like, I'm from Kissimmee, and you know, I like drove an hour out here or whatever. And then he mentioned like, oh my God, you know, so are you going back home like today, or when do you go back home? I don't think he knew like the cities, so my friend was explaining it to him like, no, it's just like an hour drive, you know, it's still in the state of Florida. And we had prayed for the man of, you know, the man of God, like the man that we would want in our life, whatever. And we were like, let him be funny, let him be great, let him be humble, let him be kind and loving and all these things. And yeah, and then we see Jamari, you know, my friend reaches out to him, thinks he's a photographer. He comes to introduce himself. We have like a little bit of conversation. And in my head, I wasn't thinking that like he would ever be interested in me. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've always been into chunky guys. You know this. I've always been into like heavy set men. I don't know why. Like my standards were so low, and I'm not saying that all heavy set men or whatever are terrible. It's what comes with that. With like, yeah, just know that the quality of men that I was choosing was really bad. And when I saw Jamari, I was like, oh my god, like he looks like he's on a freaking magazine. I would never want to be next to that because that's like a lot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wasn't thinking that he was like thinking of me at all. I was actually thinking about him being with my friend. I ain't gonna lie. On the low, I was like, ooh, look at God working. And then he left. He chimed in. He like said he was from North Carolina and stuff. And then he left.
I asked for her number.
You came back though.
Oh yeah, I came back and then I started talking more. And then I asked for your number. Yeah. And then I texted you later that day.
You really forgot it?
You could go ahead.
Or you just giving the highlights?
No, that's how I speak. You know how I speak.
Yeah, you're right. Y'all, he just gives like 4 words. And then he's like, yeah, that's it. But I know the details, so I'm like, hello, don't you want to explain everything? Anyways, so I'm going to give you a more descriptive explanation. So he comes back. Basic. Yeah, you see opposites to attract. So he comes back and he's like, oh, I wanted to reintroduce myself. I'm Jamari. La la la, la la la. And he's talking to us, and I'm kind of like, la la la, like literally just enjoying the weather. The weather was so nice that day. It was really cold, not gonna lie. It was kind of like today where it just went from hot to cold. It was really nice. And he was just talking to my friends, connecting with them. He was like, do you guys have Instagram? La la la. Or no, he didn't even ask if we had Instagram. They asked you what you did, and then he explained the fact that he trains people all around the world. Like he's an online fitness coach. And then they were asking him for his Instagram. And he was like, you were kind of hesitant a little bit, I felt like, when it came to sharing your Instagram. And then he shares it, and they're like, okay. Then he asked me, oh, you know, here's my Instagram, whatever. And I was like, oh, I don't have social media. I'm not on social media at all. I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm really old fashioned. I'm like, you know, one of those like texter callers, FaceTime kind of people. Like, I'm not on social media. And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, but I wish you the best, you know? Like, keep thriving. Like, get all those followers and stuff. And then he made his way over to me. And that's when he asked for my number. And I was like, me? What the freak? And then he was like, oh, you know, we can go out, we can hang out sometime, and I can like take you out on a date or whatever. Just text me and whatever. And I don't even think I texted you. I'm not gonna lie. I think I just put my number in your phone, and then I
texted you.
And then I didn't text him because I had a busy week that week.
I texted you at the gym, or I think I tried calling you, and then you were at the.
I didn't pick up because I was at the carnival, and I remember seeing your call coming through, and I was like, oh my god, this guy from the park is calling me. Awkward. So I didn't pick up on purpose because I was having a good old time with my family and friends, and I wasn't about to be that person that's like picking up a call, you know, this guy that she randomly met at the park, and then like that taking up time. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna pick up. I didn't pick up, and then I called you back, and I remember I had like a moment or something, and I think my sister was like editing a video or whatever. And I was like, okay, let me take a moment to call this guy back. Because he did call, and that was, he's persistent, and you did text. And I don't think I didn't answer his text. And then that's why you called, right?
I think, or something.
Yeah, because I was being bad, I think, when it came to communication. And then I called him, and I was like, hey, I just want to call you back really quick. You know, I'm at the carnival. So I was, you know, I'm busy. Like, I didn't pick up because of that. And he was like, oh, I just wanted to make sure we had a date. Oh yeah, you told me that we had a date the next day. And I was thinking to myself like, oh, he hasn't even like texted me to follow up or anything like that, you know, like 3 days in advance. So the fact that you called me the day before, I was like, whatever, I didn't really care. And then when I called him back, he was like, I just wanted to check in and make sure that we're good still for our date for tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, we're still good.
Yeah.
For our date, I'll be there.
Yeah, I called to check in.
Okay, so that's how we first met. We're gonna leave you on a cliffhanger because this man is insisting that we do. If you guys want to know how the actual date went, let us know in the comments below. And
Where can they find me?
we will make. Jesus, you're so technical. I'm so like, bro. I didn't want to use these mics. No, I didn't even want to use these mics.
You gotta let them know where they
I
can
wanted
find
to
me
keep it
too.
raw and real. That's how I've done my YouTube videos, and I feel like using the mic is just too fancy for me.
Yeah.
And he
But
insists.
God has blessed us with these mics.
Yeah, he insists that God has blessed us with these mics and we have to use them. And he's fancy.
Yeah.
So we had to use his mics. But to continue, if you guys want to hear the rest of our story, then go ahead and like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're going to make a second video telling you how the date went. And you can find Jamari Marte at what?
On IG at Jamari Marte, or you can search my name on YouTube. I'm also on there. I'm everywhere, y'all.
Yeah.
For the most part.
On TikTok too.
Yeah,
Because he didn't mention TikTok.
Yeah, all the social platforms.
Yeah, go ahead, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for him as well. He is an online fitness coach. He's very passionate about helping and serving people. And he is the most real person that I've ever met in my entire life. So he's my best friend.
Thank you.
And if you were wondering if we're in love,
yes, we are.
we're in love.
Yeah.
We love each other so much. And yeah, we're both opposites, kind of.
Yeah, but you know, you gotta tell them more. In the
Oh,
next video.
we gotta leave you on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So I'm not even gonna continue.
I can't see right now, y'all. I think we about 9 minutes in. I need my glasses.
Yeah,
That's
that
another
says
thing, y'all. I
14.
wear glasses
It
too.
says 14.
Oh
my
shoot!
God.
I need glasses for real. I need 20. I can't see. It's all red. That's all I can see right now. The red
Dang,
and
I
some
didn't know it was
numbers.
that bad.
Yeah, that all them video
If
games
you don't know,
and
this
sit
is
in front
something
of
else.
the TV.
You're an old man.
They told me not to sit in front of the TV when I was younger, and I'm reaping the effects of it now.
Alright, well, we love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and liking. You guys have a great day. He thinks he's hilarious. See, he doesn't talk that much in front of cameras or other people. But I tell you what, once this camera shuts off, this is gonna be him. This is him. When this is behind the scenes, this is Jamari all the time. Talking to me. I think you talk more than I do.
Really?
On a daily basis, are you kidding me? You talk so much.
You know, it's about work. I love work.
Any videos that you watch, his algorithm is hilarious, guys. His algorithm is one for the books.
I need my glasses. Make sure I wear my glasses next time.
Yeah, I think you need to wear them 24/7. It was that bad. That
Yeah.
says 15, baby. How do you not see that?
Hopefully, all I need is glasses. Nothing more.
What do you mean? What are you, blind? You scared?
No.
Wait, you're gonna have glass eyes. Would you love me if I had glass eyes?
My grandfather, he had one glass eye.
What if I had 2 glass eyes?
I mean, hopefully not. I think you'll be fine.
But
yeah.
you wouldn't love me? That wasn't a question.
I didn't say I would love you.
What if I took out my glass eyes?
I've seen it before. I just have to clean it and then lick it. Stop talking. Alright, y'all. Deuces. Bye. This is already 2 p.m. here, y'all. And we have a couple more hours. I ain't ticklish.
Guys, love you.